Hey guys, I'm James. I'm one half of JNC Adventures. Unfortunately, Christina could not be here for today's video, but I am here. I'm traveling for work and I'm currently in Orlando, which means when I'm in Orlando, I'm at none other than the Universal Orlando Resort. And today we are staying at the Hard Rock at Universal. I'll give you guys a room tour later when it's raining. I'm very limited on time today because the weather's supposed to be bad later around like 3 or 4. It's supposed to be thunderstorms. So I'm very limited on time, but we have a lot of stuff to check out. Coincidentally, there's a whole bunch of stuff that's premiering today while I happen to be here. We have the preview center for Epic Universe at City Walk that just recently opened just a few days ago. We have DreamWorks Land that's kind of been open, but today's the first official opening day for the public, so that's exciting. I still have yet to check that out. We have the brand new nighttime spectacular show Cinesational at Universal Studios. We have the brand new show over at the Hogwarts Castle and Islands of Adventure, and I think that might be it. Oh no, I'm sorry. We have the new tribute store that we have to check out, which me, Christina, and Aaliyah are in the tribute store. We did the tribute store photo shoot type of thing, so we have to check that out. A lot of stuff to check out today with very little time. I'm only in Orlando for the next 12 hours, so hopefully we can get it all done. But let's go ahead and make our way. We're going to take the walking path from Hard Rock over to, I don't even know where, but I gotta grab some lunch before we get the festivity started. So I don't know, wherever I end up, you guys will end up. So let's go ahead, let's go out and let's get this day started. I cannot wait. All right, future James here, and we're gonna do a quick room tour. So there's really not much to this room, but I'll go ahead and show it off. It's just a standard room. Front door right here, you got lights all over the place. Right next to the front door, you do have storage closet with an ironing board, some hangers, some other style of hangers. Looks like maybe an extra pillows up in there. Even more hangers, and looks like maybe a drying rack of sorts, and you have your safe on the other side right there. So pretty standard stuff. As we come over here, you kind of have the like little bar area with a Keurig, waters for purchase, and then of course all the free complimentary coffee items, my freestyle cup. And then you have cups and like a bucket for ice and whatnot. Down here, you have your hidden mini fridge, so pretty standard stuff. And a drawer or something, probably utensils. No, just an empty drawer for whatever you want to put in there. And then swinging around this way, we have the bathroom. So you have the sink portion separate from the actual bathroom. So nice big mirror right here, and you have these drumsticks designs, which is interesting. Multicolored drumsticks, and then pretty standard sink, but very nice big, you know, countertop, towels. And then coming in here, you have the actual bathroom. You have the toilet, which is kind of angled a little bit and reminds me of like a cruise ship toilet, which just like the shape of it is interesting, and the like where you sit and the angle you sit. You do have a very small sink here, not as big as this one out here. You have another mirror over here, and then watch this. Look how close this door gets to the toilet. I mean, that is like extremely close, and I can't even really close the door from this side. I have to kind of swing around into the corner here in order to get the door closed. It's just like really interesting engineering, and I don't know why they kind of did it so compact. And then pretty standard shower. Honestly, Hard Rock has kind of boring showers compared to the rest of the hotels. It's just very standard. So there you go. I mean, swing around in this corner. I really hate this door situation because it's like you're forced to either like stand in this corner or like in that corner if you want to open or close the door. It's just, I don't know why that's designed like that. That's like my only complaint about the room, and it's all of the rooms in Hard Rock, not just a specific one. And then here is the bed, the sleeping area. These are 2 queen-size beds, so pretty standard stuff right there. And pretty much all the rooms in this hotel, at least all the standard rooms, if it's a king size or like a double queen, all pretty much look exactly the same and look identical to this. Now, one really cool feature you can see etched in the glass is different heights of different celebrities, more specifically like music celebrities, because obviously this is Hard Rock. Hard Rock's themed around music. So just I don't even know if the camera is gonna really pick it up. Maybe if the glare on here is kind of hard, but we'll kind of go through it. So you see Snoop Dogg is 6'4", James Taylor, Jay-Z, Justin Timberlake, Elvis Presley, Michael Jackson, Michael Bublé, Adele, Frank Sinatra, Bob Dylan, Beyonce, Aretha Franklin, Madonna. Who is that? I'm having a hard time with the glare. I can't. Debbie Harry, Lady Gaga, Stevie Nicks, Pat Benatar, and Kristen Chenoweth. So there you go. Those are the different heights starting from 5 foot all the way up to 6'4". So that's kind of cool. You could kind of compare yourself. Oh, hold on. We have all the way down here a 4'2". It's kind of hard to see, but we have Shirley Temple. So it's kind of interesting. You can kind of compare yourself to the height of other celebrities. Let me see where I'm at. I am, let's see, So I'm like 6'9", or 5'9", not 6'9". I'm like 5'9", so I'm about the height of Adele. I just also realized it has other celebrities next to it. So I'm the same height as Adele, Mariah Carey, and Gwyneth Paltrow. So the more you know. Anyways, the rest of the room, it's pretty basic, but what I do like about Hard Rock is you have like a ton of counter space. Like you can get so much done if you want to work over here or just put snacks or whatever. You just have like a ton of counter space over there. You have a little bit next to the TV, so it's just a lot of room. You do have drawers here, pretty standard drawers, but if you did want to use them, and they are soft closing. Standard chairs, nothing too special. Red leather chairs though, they're nice. Little lamp over here, actually very bright lamp. Oh my god, I'm gonna turn that off. You do have this artwork, which is kind of like speakers and subwoofers, so that's interesting. All the rooms have that. Another identical bed, and you have this weird pattern above the bed where it's just like, I don't even know, just like this red splatter paint all over the place. And then this interesting kind of like maze pattern, labyrinth almost. And then that's it. You have some chairs, a table, and then my room is actually looking out at the pool. So you have a very nice view there, although they did just shut the pool down because there's a storm coming in. So I did get everything accomplished I needed to accomplish today, and I got to beat the storm. Now I'm going to go ahead and edit this video. Alright, first stop, we're going to go into Universal. Honestly, crowd level looks pretty tame right now. It is 12 o'clock in the afternoon, pretty empty. Gonna go eat at Minions Cafe before we get the day started. Very, very promising crowd level. Can't wait to see what it looks like inside. Crowd levels are looking pretty good, even with it being the beginning of summer. So very, very happy with this. Man, it's good to be back. I think I was here maybe 2 months ago or so, but it feels like 2 months long overdue. So I cannot wait to get into Minions Cafe and have one of my favorite meals in the whole park. So a few steps away, here we go. Okay, just got done with lunch at Minions Cafe. That restaurant is so underrated. The food, hands down the best theme park food, and there's never really a line. And once you get seated, you don't even really have to even wait to get your food. Everything is really, really quick, fast service there. But now we're gonna head over to the tribute store. I'm very, very excited to see what that's about, and we're just a few steps away. So right here down Hollywood Boulevard, you turn around here. Here's where the tribute store is. Now there's a lot of Easter eggs before you even get into the tribute store. You have this whole section here that's full of Easter eggs and also copyright music that's playing. So I'm probably gonna do a voiceover over here. So the front facade actually lets you know ahead of time the 3 different rooms. So the first room is going to be Mega Video, while the second room is going to be the Mega Castle Arcade, and the final room is going to be the Tribute Theater. Now looking at the front facade right outside, you have this phone booth, which I believe is from Bill and Ted's Adventure, if I'm not mistaken, from what I read. I haven't seen the movie, so I'm not sure, and I don't understand some of the references that are here, but maybe you guys will let me know. You can see this Food Palace thing on the floor. You have just a pair of random boots sitting there with a bunch of dirt caked up on them. Over here you have a hat, so I'm not really sure what that's in reference to. Over here you have the Circuits of Time directory. I'm not sure if that's like a Back to the Future reference or just, you know, a reference to this movie. You also have this kind of like knight's helmet. So there's a lot of very random stuff that I don't understand the references for. I'm sure maybe you guys can let me know down below in the comments. So just a really cool facade, and this was not here opening day. They added this after the fact. Then coming over to this window, it's just an open sign. You can see the store hours, which is open daily, Monday through Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, which is kind of ironic. Instead of just saying like open every day, they were very specific on which days they're open, which is just very, very funny, and I love the humor. Now swinging around over this way, there are a ton of Easter eggs, starting with this bike. Not entirely sure what this bike is from. I don't know if it's from the same Bill and Ted movie or if it's from something else. Let me know down in the comments below. And zooming in to the window right here, this is our first big Easter egg, and this is referencing the brand new Mega Movie Parade that's coming to Universal Studios, but not until July 3rd. So everything else is opening today, but for whatever reason, I guess the parade's not ready to go until July 3rd. But here in this box are just where the Easter eggs just kind of explode. There's just stuff all over the place. I can only point out so much, like this Ghostbuster sticker right here. I know I'm gonna miss a lot of things, so bear with me, but you can see Biff's detailing from Back to the Future. You have Louis Tully right here, certified public accountant from Ghostbusters. You have Amity, this contact thing from Amityville, which is Jaws. You have the movie tribute store over here. You have the what do we have here? The escape room, right? Yes, this is the great movie Escape, referencing the escape rooms that are in City Walk. Trying to keep up with the video here. You have the character, I don't know if he has an actual name for the tribute store. I just love him. He just keeps telling you to make sure you rewind. And then coming over to this shadow box as well, Just a ton more Easter eggs. This is Gerg the Llama's game that is actually in the arcade, which we're going to take a look at later, which is hilarious. What else can we see here? You have the horror makeup show, which is right across the street in Universal, which is a nice little shout out. Again, you have a close-up of the movie parade right here. You have the ET ship right there in the background. What else can we see here? This is another video game that is also in the arcade in the tribute store, which is awesome. So just a lot of callbacks, a lot of references, and my eyes cannot keep up with the video of just everything. I know I'm gonna miss things in this voiceover as well as in the store, but it is what it is. Here is the front facade, which is looking very nice. I like how they made it look like just like a 90s mall plaza type of thing. And then right out here, this is the actual picture and image and VHS cover that you can take to be part of the tribute store, which we're in. So stay tuned. You're going to see us in the tribute store in a few minutes here. But we have another shadow box full of even more Easter eggs that I can't even keep up with. Right over here, you can see the laser dungeon, which is part of the tribute store in the arcade section. You have the tribute theater, which is showing you all the stuff that's going to be in the tribute theater. You have a callback to Halloween Horror Nights over here. With the haunted houses coming up. Save the Humans with a whale, which was like a popular Save the Whales slogan in the 90s. And then you have the opening soon flyer from when Universal was going to be opening Amity Island from Jaws. You have the llama again here. What else do we have? Looks like I can't really make out what these little sticky notes say that are crumbled up. We have now hiring. What else do we have here? Looks like some of the rules over here. Pet services. You have a shout out to Twister. Another opening article from Universal when they were first opening. What else do we have? Lost Dog. This is a reference to Beethoven, as you can see right here. Likes classical music. You have this ghoulie thing, which I believe is a Horror Nights reference. You have the Hollywood Hotel, which is just right down the street in Universal Studios. You have the shout out to the yellow cab that's in the entrance of Universal Studios. New snacks in the arcade, referencing the snacks that you will find in the arcade. You have, what else here? Looks like some of the movie cars. You have obviously Ghostbusters, and then you have some famous movie cars like the pickup from Back to the Future, the Toyota pickup. You have Chef Donkey's Waffles, referencing DreamWorks Land, which we're going to see later in the video. Laguna Lounge, which is over in City Walk. Another Halloween Horror Nights shout out. So many references. I don't know what to do with myself. Now let's officially walk into the tribute store, get rid of all of this copyright music that we have over here, and take a look at what's inside, because this store is just absolutely amazing. There's way too much to look at. I'm not going to be able to catch everything and get it all on video, and I'm sure you guys have kind of seen it all already because I'm kind of late to the party, but I do just want to breeze through it. This might be my favorite tribute store of all time. Maybe second, other than the summer movies tribute store they did, I think it was last year or the year before, with Back to the Future, where they kind of recreated the whole Back to the Future, town in the actual one of the rooms of the tribute store. But I mean, this is just incredible. There's so much to look at. You have like a Betamax down here, all these different like vintage, camcorders and different cameras. Got, King Kong over here, vintage King Kong as well. Get that. Just so much to look at, like new. So this is just amazing. There's just posters everywhere. Even up here, you have like little Easter eggs. You have the Slimer up here. Is that? Oh no, for a second that looked like Green Goblin, but yeah. You got a Commodore 64. And then more camcorders, different styles of cameras. I love the variety of cameras too. It's not just like the same cameras over and over again. And then more movie posters up here from all, I'm assuming, different Universal properties. And you have bigger movie posters over here. Look at that Ghostbusters poster. That thing is huge. The Slimer poster is crazy. I love the artwork on that. And we come over this way. American Graffiti, which are the vehicles that are in front of Mel's Diner, are from that movie. And even more movie posters up here. But the most important thing is going to be right over here, because here is me and Christina as a VHS tape inside of the tribute store. This is so cool. Man, this came out so good. So after the tribute store, this will get mailed to us. But it is just so awesome being a part of this tribute store, and the fact that this is probably my favorite tribute store of all time. Like I said before, the fact that we're like part of it, a piece of history right here. We're here, Aaliyah's first tribute store. Wow, this is awesome. I cannot wait to get this at home. And then of course, like anyone else that's done this as well, like they're in it depending on what movie cover you picked. There's different ones right here. This is actually one of my friend's dogs. So this is just so cool. I love that Universal offers this. And over here it looks like you have like actual like movie cases right here. Oh my god. Wow. So I have this VHS at home. This is awesome. This is like a behind the scenes of Universal. But then they also have Small Soldiers, one of my favorite movies of all time. I love that movie. You know how hyped that just got me seeing Small Soldiers in here. And then just like a bunch of other random movies, because this is a video rental store. So you have, I guess those are just like staff picks, as you can see right up here. And this is like the horror section over here. Man, this is awesome. I'm not going to go through and show every movie. You have this E.T. little cardboard cutout over here. More movie posters up here. You have Beethoven, Out of Africa, a couple other stuff. You have a actual working TV that's on. It's not playing anything, but it is flickering, so that's cool. And then these are not on up here. Scarface over there, Animal House over there, and more stuff here. This is the drama section. And yeah, Back to the Future merch over here. So a couple new shirts, it looks like. The Powered by the Flux Capacitor. This one glows in the dark. I do like the colors on it. Very bright, very vibrant. And you do have this kid's shirt right here. It says Future Changer. I like the wordplay there. Got the sci-fi section over here with, of course, the Back to the Future trilogy, because how could you not? Ooh. Wooden sign. I like this shirt. It says Powered by Flux Capacitor. The colors on here really pop because the shirt is black, so I like that a lot. Maybe I'll get that, not sure. I would get Christina this, but this looks like a children's tank top, unfortunately, because she would love that design. And this is a really cool like tie-dye type of shirt. The colors on here pop as well. This hat's pretty cool. It's almost like a wetsuit material hat, so maybe that'll be good to use as like a cooling towel type of thing. And this is the whole comedy section over here, and the action section over here. So we're gonna continue on through the video rental store. It's all like pretty much the same thing, like movie posters all around, and then different movies over here. But over here you have kind of like the backstage area where employees only are allowed, but we can actually poke our head in here, and it is very dark. But I'm gonna bring the flash out because there is some Easter eggs in here. So as you guys can see, there's just a proton pack from Ghostbusters chilling over here. Looks like a mop. This guy telling me to get out. The Blues Brothers. Looks like the moon from E.T. Popcorn machine. Some candy machines, gumball machines. So this is really, really cool. I love that Universal kind of added this little Easter egg right back here. That moon from E.T. is massive. So getting untangled from this thing as I'm bringing some of these strings with me. Hold on one second. There we go. Okay, so let's zoom out and we're back over here. We have the Shrek movie poster. This is such an awesome movie poster. And then, ooh, we got some CRTs over here. The sound of the CRTs. Oh man, this is a really cool Jaws hat where it looks like there's actually been like a shark bite taken out of the front. This is really, really cool. I'm not like a big Jaws fan, but I really, really like that hat. And there's looks like a ton of new Jaws merch. So wooden signs, some hats, tank tops, cups. Oh, this Jaws shirt looks pretty cool. It's orange. Let's see if there's a big graphic on the back. Actually, yeah, this is a really cool shirt. Man, Jaws got some really, really good merchandise. And like I said, I'm not like that big of a Jaws fan. Amityville Summer. Look at this giant tumbler over here. Man, they got a lot of good stuff. But look at these CRTs over here. Let's see if we can see the models on here. Curtis Mather's Tronics. Yeah, they kind of covered up all of the models, I guess, for like copyright or licensing or whatever. More movie posters up here. I love how all the CRTs are on and they're all mirroring the same image. If you actually pay attention, this is the next room that we're going to walk into. They videotaped it and they're showing off what's in the next room, playing on all these CRTs over here. I think that is such great attention to detail. And then this one is not working and it has a little sign here for them to fix it. And you have the Stay Puft Marshmallow. And before we go into the arcade, we're actually going to swing a left and find another CRT here. I love this. Mega Video Rentals. This is awesome, man. This is so cool. But if you swing a left over here, we came in on that side. This is the other side. This is kind of like the employee counter over here. So it's actually like, looks like a technician's repair shop. Looks like a bunch of just old tech, broken stuff, and it's a mess. You have floppy disks over here, just a bunch of different stuff, a clock. Ooh, I see some NES games. Looks like different Universal NES games. So Terminator, Back to the Future, Jaws, Ghostbusters, E.T. on, I think that might be the Commodore. If not, it's Atari. And just like VHS tapes all over the place. Just a bunch of different retro tech and random like pictures of family. I'm sure maybe that's probably somebody that worked on the Tribute store, if I had to guess. And then I'm going to assume that these are also people who worked on the Tribute store as well. I love how that monitor right there is also kind of like broken. And then just like a whole bunch of different stuff. Like I said, there's so much to look at. We'll be here all day if we try and look at everything. So I'm just going to kind of pan through it. But man, the attention to detail in here is crazy. Very, very nice. Looks like an old gumball machine that's out of order. Old phone. Does this have a dial tone? Let's see. It does not. That would have been cool if it had a dial tone though. Looks like more Tribute store employees. Smile, you're on camera. It says read this. Smile, you may be on camera. Smile for the camera. Ooh, really big subwoofer right there. Godzilla, E.T. or yeah, is that Godzilla? I'm pretty sure it's Godzilla. E.T. This random clown up here. There's just stuff everywhere. There's so much stuff to look at. It looks like a new E.T. shirt. This looks really cool. Man, big graphic on the back. E.T. and Jaws got some good stuff, especially Jaws. This is really cool too. It's like a vintage 3/4 sleeve shirt. And these new like kind of tumblers over here. So with Back to the Future being my favorite movie, I am kind of bummed that there's not like a ton of new Back to the Future stuff, and the stuff that is new I'm not really like too interested in. Even this wooden sign looks really cool from E.T. The colors on there pop a lot. So moving on from here, we're going into the arcade, and I can already tell you this place looks insane. It really feels like you're stepping into an arcade. You have the arcade rugs, you have like black lights everywhere that make the arcade rugs glow. And all the merch is kind of not really glowing, but it has like a glowing look to it with the black light. And there's just so much cool stuff. You actually have like glow in the dark light up like glasses here, little like flower headbands, this like Minecraft-esque sword. And then they have all of these like random like arcades that aren't legit arcades. You can see this is Universal Quest 5. And it looks like that's going to be the hoverboard from Back to the Future, and you have to jump over the cars. It's actually a DeLorean that we're jumping over though. Yeah, if you get a quick look at that, that is a DeLorean that you have to jump over. Now, the buttons you can press, but nothing actually happens. This is just kind of like a pre-recorded thing, but it's still really cool. You have Miss Dumpty, which is like a knockoff Pac-Man. Ooh, what is this? Ooh, yo, look at this Shrek like basketball jersey. This is really cool. I like that a lot. How much is it? $65. So I don't like it as much now, but I mean, that is really cool. That's the year Shrek came out. I'm going to assume was 2001. So as I was saying here, we have Miss Dumpty, which is a knockoff Pac-Man, as you can see by the logos right there. So that is cool. You have, this is actually left over from Horror Nights a few years ago. And this is a prop from Horror Nights, I believe, but there's nothing actually playing on the screen. Oh, look at that. You got this Jaws reference over here. You have this multicade over here with this knockoff looking Mario. There we go, we got the focus on. So you have, I don't know if that's the actual graphic for Mario, if that's what he looked like back in the day. That might be, because this is the official graphic for Frogger, and that's Donkey Kong right there. So that might have been like the weird Mario when he was Jumpman before he was actually Mario, where he started in Donkey Kong. There's just so much to look at. You have this random wizard here that randomly talks to you every now and then. Here we go.
Digital adventure awaits you.
So that's really cool, and I think he might move a little bit. I'm not sure. You have this this machine. I forget the name of the style of machine, but it is out of order. So it says to try another game. But I like how it's kind of glowing with the black lights. You have the Shrek Life tank top right here. You have Gurg's Alien Adventure, Gurg the Llama, And we saw this outside at the entrance. We saw like the actual box art for the game, and here's the actual arcade right here, and you can see Earl the Squirrel as well. I actually really love this graphic right here. That looks really cool. And then, oh, that graphic continues on here, and you can see this one's actually working. And you don't actually play anything, but the game, the video is kind of going. And I wonder if this is a reference to Ninja Turtles, because this is kind of like the Ninja Turtles text right here on the button 1 type of stuff. So might be, I could be reaching, but that's pretty cool. You have Scoop and Sam over here, which is out of order. New game coming soon. And this is from management. I like how that's kind of glowing. And I wonder if at some point as we get closer, like Horror Nights or something, they're going to unveil this, and maybe this will be like Horror Nights related. Let's see, it just says Stern right here. So I don't know what that could be a reference to, but that's going to be interesting. Or this could just be a prop and they're not actually revealing anything with that. But taking a look at Scoop and Sam over here, I'm going to assume that's supposed to be maybe a Slimer, and those are supposed to be the Ghostbusters, maybe? Again, could be reaching there. And then you have Polybius, I believe that is how you pronounce that. And I don't know if this is a reference to anything specifically Universal. Maybe it is, it probably is. And then you have a reference to Dueling Dragons right up here at the Laser Dungeon, with just random stuff here. And then this is where you can get all the new treats, and then they have this fake kind of like ticket counter here with prizes that you can't actually win, but if you were in an arcade, then you would be able to win that. And then you have like fake prizes, again, like they're real, but you can't actually win them. It's all like prop, but you can purchase the different food options that you have here. So this is a really cool like ET sort of cake right here, and you have all these different like Shrek themed, ET themed, Shrek. They do have Back to the Future. You got the Out of Time license plate. You have Jaws, a lot of Shrek stuff. And you got the flux capacitor, so really cool. Don't know if I'll be getting any of it, but it is really cool to see. And then from there, we're going to be moving on to the Tribute Theater, and this is crazy. So you actually have like the ticket booth right over here that you would get your tickets from, and you can see different movies. So you have E.T., Ghostbusters, Back to the Future, 2 Jaws, Back to the Future again, Jaws, Back to the Future, and Ghostbusters. And then it says you can please purchase your tickets at the concession stand, which will be the register over there. But walking into this room, I mean, it is absolutely crazy. So this is based on Back to the Future, Jaws, Ghostbusters, and E.T. And we'll start right here with Back to the Future. You have the clock tower with all the lightning effects and everything. So, I mean, that's crazy. Then you turn to the left, you have this giant E.T. with Elliot on the bike right here, and the moon and everything, and it's all lit up with the stars in the back. And you turn this way, and you have the New York skyline with, obviously, the famous scene from Ghostbusters. And you actually have the Ghostbusters, kind of like action figures or like little statues. I like how they use like almost cotton to reenact like smoke effects. That's really cool. And turning to the left over here, you have the boat from Jaws. Stay Puft Marshmallow Man over here, the Ghostbusters logo on the kind of like fireplace mantle. And you have different merch in here. I think it's pretty much the same merch that was kind of scattered throughout. But I like the photo op, so obviously you have this Jaws photo op right over here. You have an ET photo op, and his fingers actually glowing, which is a nice effect. We'll see that on our way out. And then different movie posters. This is where you purchase any items that you were going to be purchasing. And then Back to the Future merch, which it all looks like the same merch, except for this denim jacket. This might be new. Back to the Future, California Out of Time. So that's pretty cool. It's probably super expensive because it's denim. Yeah, $100. But it is really cool. And that seems to be the only sort of new Back to the Future merch. A lot of the stuff like the lounge flies, the shirts, and all that have already been here. But man, this room is just incredible. Yeah, I think this honestly might be like, yo, you have the freaking Jaws boat. This is crazy. This honestly might be my favorite tribute store. You got the lightning effects going on with Ghostbusters. And I want to take a closer look at this E.T. Oh, it's actually his heart that's glowing. I thought it was his finger, but it's his heart. That's a really cool practical effect. And then that brings us to the end of, oh sorry, go ahead. This brings us to the end of the tribute store. I see candles over here, but they're probably the same candles that have been around. Yeah, nothing new. It's the old E.T. Green Planet. It's been around for like a year or two at this point. More Back to the Future merch, but it's the same stuff that was in the other rooms. So still don't know. I might leave with that shirt. And then you have this Earl the Squirrel Hollywood star right here. So, oh man, even with his little tiny footprints, that is hilarious. Wow. And then more movie posters here as you're on your way out. And that brings us to the end of the tribute store. Okay, that was amazing. That honestly might be my, like I've said this a couple times already, but that might be my favorite tribute store of all time. If it's not my favorite, it's definitely second place. I don't know, that really speaks to me. I like the summer tribute store they did a year or two ago with the Back to the Future theme, but I liked that Back to the Future room specifically, and the rest of it was kind of like whatever. But this entire tribute store, I mean, from VHS tapes to different like camcorders, video cameras, CRT TVs, Back to the Future, just so much stuff to look at. I definitely need to go again. I love all the little callbacks and Easter eggs. There's just so much to look at. I know I didn't get it all on camera, but now we're gonna head over to DreamWorks Land. I feel like I'm running low on time, but honestly the weather looks great. There's not really like any dark clouds in the sky. It's beautiful, it's not too hot out, so hopefully we have more than an hour left before this rain's supposed to come. There's one cloud, but it doesn't look like there's anything crazy. All right, let's go and head over to DreamWorks Land. I cannot wait to see what that looks like, because as a new parent, I know I'm going to be spending a lot of time over there, especially in the next couple years. So let's go ahead, head over to DreamWorks Land. So excited. Like I'm excited for myself. I'm not even really excited for like having to take Aaliyah in the future. Like I am excited for that, but right now I'm excited to just experience it myself. So let's go ahead and head over there. All right, so approaching DreamWorks Land, I can already tell you like this looks amazing, like right off the bat. I guess I'm just so used to seeing like all of this crowded with construction walls and everything. It's nice having everything just nice and open again, so much space to walk. And I found where a majority of the crowd is. It looks like everybody has flocked to this area because today is the opening day for the general public. Before it was cast member and annual pass holder previews, or not cast members, team members. But before we actually go into DreamWorks Land, I want to take a look at the new ET sign, because this is actually calling my name and this looks amazing. This is something I never knew I needed, but I guess it makes sense because you can't really see ET back there anymore with all these trees and everything, and Shrek's swamp, say that 3 times fast, in DreamWorks Land. It's kind of blocked off, so it's nice that they added this sign, and the sign is really nice. I mean, it looks amazing. It's a great addition to this area. And then you have the DreamWorks sign back over there, and it looks like just a ton of character meet and greets. You have Gabby from Gabby's Dollhouse over there, Puss in Boots from Shrek, you got Shrek's Swamp Snacks over there. Man, these are all tongue twisters. Shrek's Swamp, there we go. We actually have his swamp over here, and there's a pretty lengthy line, which looks like everything in this area has a pretty lengthy line right now. So we're not really going to do anything. We're just going to kind of walk around and get the vibe of everything. But I mean, right off the bat, everything just looks amazing. The swamp, the attention to detail there. There is a decent amount of shade in this area with the trees too. So this area, even though there's a ton of people, it already feels pretty nice and cool back here. And like I said, it's just nice having this area open again, having just space to walk, more things to do, especially for the kids. You have the Shrek splash pad over here, which just looks like a bunch of cattails sticking out of the ground, but kind of just water shooting out. That's really cool. But then up here, you have this little play area where kids can run up. It looks like you have some water squirters over there. And then you have King Harold, which I'm not sure what movie King Harold is from. Probably from one of the later Shrek movies that I haven't seen. But it's King Harold's Swamp Symphony. And it looks like you step on these pressure points here on these lily pads, and the frogs will say or make different sounds. So as you can see, the different pressure points and different sounds coming out of there, which is actually pretty cool. Let's see if we can get one. I just heard one. I don't know who it was. But yeah, that is pretty cool. And moving over this way, like I am really liking this land. It just feels so open, which I don't know, before it seemed just a little bit crowded, but that could be because a lot of things weren't open back here, and there was also, you know, construction walls and whatnot too. But it just seems so open. Looks like you have an interactive 3D interactive screen game over there, and this is the play area here, so you can go all up in the treehouse, go down the slide. I think it's that slide actually farts when you slide down it, so that's amazing for the kids. Looks like you have a few other slides right over that way. It looks like maybe 2 slides over there, and then this one farting green slide over here. And just a great area for kids to run around in, man. This is just amazing area. Hats off to Universal for what they did over here. Looks like you have a merch shop over there, and now we're kind of getting into the troll section, and the color of the floor is changing to let you know you're in the troll section. So yeah, that looks like a merch spot there. You can get drinks and whatnot. And then you have the boombox from Trolls, which is actually another like snack counter. I think you can get some ice cream and some other treats over there. And then you do have the roller coaster over there. We'll get a better look at that in a second. And then you have Poppy's Playground over here, which just looks like another play area for the kids. And man, yeah, like I said, there's just so much open space in this land. Oh, looks like, oh, I forgot the glitter troll. I forgot his name, but he's actually coming out just randomly out here. I don't know if this is the meet and greet area. Oh yeah, he's doing meet and greets right now. So that's perfect timing if I wanted to get in line. I could be one of the first people, but there we go. He is out and about. So there we go. So that is really cool. And then you have this water fountain over here with Poppy and Branch. So that's really cool. I love this mural back here. Let me go get a better look at that mural. This is like the DreamWorks Imagination Celebration show. This looks like the exit of it. But this mural here actually is really, really cool. You have all the different DreamWorks characters in the clouds. And this is a really awesome mural, man. I like that a lot. That's really, really cool. Moving on this way, like I said, that's the entrance to the Imagination Celebration show. This is Poppy's Playground over here, which just looks like it has some stuff for the kids to run around or run through. You have restrooms over here. I like all the pink all over the floors for the Trolls area as well. This is really, really nice, really detailed, vibrant. Just so much life and energy into this area, which for the longest, there really wasn't much back here other than the Woody Woodpecker roller coaster. So it's just nice that this area is just alive and thriving again. It looks like this is the entrance to the roller coaster. So I don't know if I should ride it. I do have Express Pass going on today, but I don't know if I want to waste my time on it right now. But it does look nice. It is the exact same roller coaster as the Woody Woodpecker coaster. It is just rethemed, recolored to Trolls, obviously. So it is the Troller Coaster, which is a phenomenal name for a roller coaster. I'm trying to see if there's a train that's gonna go by here. All right, there's a train finally coming through. And we'll just take a quick look at the roller coaster. That is the roller coaster. So a very easy and great first roller coaster for kids. Not really intense, very, very short. Less of a drop than the Goofy roller coaster, I believe, at Magic Kingdom. But anyways, moving on, we're at Poe's Kung Fu Training Camp. And this area is awesome. This is obviously based off of Kung Fu Panda. And now that the floor is changing from regular cement over to like kind of fake wooden planks, we are now entering the Kung Fu Panda area, which the theming in here is just phenomenal. It is amazing in here. And this is probably where a lot of kids are going to be spending their time, in the splash pads, because you have multiple splash pads. You kind of have this smaller splash pad over here. If you follow kind of this fake water path down, you have little sprinklers right there in the walking path. But then you get to this splash area here, and this just has even more splashability, if you want to call it. And it's going to be primarily due to this big bucket up here. Now this is something you only see in water parks primarily, but it's actually crazy that they added it here. Let's wait for this bucket to drop, because the amount of water that comes down from this bucket is actually insane. So I don't know if you guys can kind of see this this indicator here. When this ball reaches the top, I guess, you know, that's when it fills up, and that's when the bucket will tip over. So it looks like it's about halfway right now, so hopefully it's not too much longer of a wait. But when this bucket falls, I saw it earlier, the amount of water that comes down from this bucket is crazy. But while we wait, looks like we have a little bit of time. You can also ring the gong here. So let's go ahead and do that. This is the gong of resounding resonance. And it looks like you just pull this, and once you pull this, it should ring the gong. There we go. And the floor under me is literally vibrating. It feels like the gong is actually shaking. So that's pretty cool. Looks like we still have some time for this bucket to drop. I hear some music and everything happening. Oh, here we go. They're dropping early. That is a ton of water. That is awesome. Like, that just looks good. Like, I want to get under there because it's so hot out right now. That's amazing. And then you have Poe's live show over there. Kind of similar to like the Monsters Inc. laugh floor in a way, with the same technology. I'm not going to go in there right now. But, I mean, this area is amazing. And then back here, it looks like you have some seating areas. One of these dryers that never really work. Yeah, this is a really fun area. And I can tell this area is going to be very, very popular with the kids. Wow, wow. I am speechless. This was amazing. Shout out to you. Oh God, I'm getting wet. Sprinkler area, just got hit in the foot, but that's okay. A little water isn't gonna hurt on a day like today because it is hot out. But as I was saying, hats off to Universal because this area is just phenomenal. Very well themed. I think the kids are gonna love it. Obviously, kids are over there having fun. It is packed over here today, and I would imagine it's gonna be one of the more popular areas in the park, especially because there's not really a lot for younger kids to do. So having this area, especially somebody, like I said, I'm a new father. I got a daughter who is about to be 1 year old, and I love to come to Universal. So it's going to be great being able to come to this park and have an area that I can take my child to and not necessarily have to rely. As much as I love Disney and the parks, I love Universal so much more. So I like not having to rely on going to Disney to kind of get that younger child experience, and it's great having it in this area over here. And like I said, DreamWorks Land, I mean, I don't know what more you can ask for. I know there's a lot of people complaining about it, but you know, those are grown adults complaining about it. I think as a kid, I would absolutely love this area. I had to stop for a break. I'm drenched in sweat. It is brutally, brutally hot out here, but we're on a mission. We got a lot of things to do today. So I think what's gonna happen is I'm going to kind of take a break from recording and make my way over to City Walk to the Tribute Store to also give my camera a break because my camera is kind of overheating because it's so hot out here. And then we got Cinesational tonight. Now this video is actually pretty long, so I might kind of split it into two parts and just kind of have Cinesational be its own vlog and own video. So I'll probably release those back to back because I think this video is just going to be close to an hour long if I don't do that, because the Tribute Store took a lot of time, DreamWorks took a lot of time, and we still got a lot to do today. So we're gonna go check the preview center. I'll probably add that in this video and kind of keep this video with all the stuff that's kind of been announced already, and then Cinesational will kind of be its own thing. So let me take a break and catch a breather. Let me get a drink, and we're gonna head over to the preview center on City Walk. Change of plans, I did decide to cut this video short, so I'm gonna show off the preview center and Cinesational in the next video. I was just reviewing the footage. It's a lot of footage to put into one video, so I don't want to bore you guys and drag this up for too long. So make sure you guys click on the other video. They'll probably be uploaded at the same time, but if you want to see the preview center, if you want to see Cinesational, which I know you do, make sure you guys subscribe, make sure you like, and check out the other video. But that's going to do it for me. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It was so much fun being back at the parks and vlogging. It's been so long since we've been able to vlog because having Aaliyah in our life and visiting the parks, one, we've been visiting the parks less, but when we have been visiting the parks, it's just very hard to manage a newborn child and try and vlog and everything all at the same time. It's been very, very chaotic and hectic, but me being here by myself, it was pretty easy to get done. But with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and get on out of here. So as always, guys, stay tuned for more, and we'll see you guys next time.